All right, what's up, crew? So I'm all loaded up. The bike in the background here, the Honda Africa Twin. We're going to head out by Galena with my buddy Matt. We're going to meet some other friends out there, Lance and Mike and a bunch of other people. There's a Hugellandschaft ride. So we're going to head out there and check that out. It's our first time going. Everybody else has been there a few times. All right, so we're going to be taking off a few minutes. We'll try to get some good videos and stuff while we're out there and take you along for the ride. All right, so we got the 2017 Honda Africa Twin. I just got all this luggage on. It's my first time using it. Got the tusk set up. The bags on the front, just some cheap Chinese crap I bought. They didn't really mount very well, but... All right, we're out camping. Here's the Palace Campground out in Galena. So we got all set up here. We got some little walk around, some of the other bikes out here. We're heading over to Mike's little setup here. Mike's got a new mini toy hauler, or as mini as a toy hauler can be. What time you guys want to get moving? It's the camera. Don't let it fool you. Those guys are a little older, but they can rip. So we had a lot of fun. So here's this little footage, man. Here's all the riders. There were a lot of people out here. A nice hill to camp on over here. Unfortunately, nothing flat. What's up, guys? What route today? What route today?
I don't know.
You gotta ask the navigator.
Yeah,
we just ride, man.
All right. So we decided we were going to go out and we were going to do the Illinois, Wisconsin, and Iowa loop today. There's some Class B roads in Iowa. We're going to take a ferry across. It just sounded like the most fun loop, so we went out and hit that one first. 219 miles, and boy, I'm going to tell you, it took us all day long. Here's our campsite over here, Matt and I. We ended up finding flatter ground, but it was in the sun, so not that great in that way. Oh, here we go. We got everybody ready to go. So not a ton of great footage right off the bat here. We started off in Illinois and there was a lot of blacktop. I guess that was the advantage of getting up to the ferry, was kind of going through all this asphalt, because it was a lot of riding to get there. It took us a long time. We did hit a few cooler gravel roads. Let's try to make a note of my left wrist here. I usually wear a watch, so it's kind of white right by my glove line. Let's see and try to check at the end of the video and see what it looks like then. Here we got some speed going on some gravel. It's pretty dusty this weekend. It hadn't rained in a long time. We haven't seen much yet. See how bad the space is. Like we got some wind going across. Alright, I'm following Mike here. We're going to get into some good stuff. Kind of got caught in a loop where when I thought I was recording, I was not recording, and vice versa. So some really good stuff here that I wish I had video. We were crossing through the water and I got splashed and everything. I missed that, but still some pretty good gravel here we were riding on. You can see this is where I just got splashed. I missed videoing. My windshield's all wet. It was really hot out, so getting completely soaked in the water felt kind of nice. Ooh, slid her out a little there. Let's go, slow motion. Boom. 600 pounds of motorcycle loaded up, no big deal. Just stay on the gas. Well, I don't need to tell you what's happening here. We got Lance, we got Matt, we got Mike on the Benelli. I don't know what kind of bike that was. We got Mike on the KTM. We got Dave, Butcher Dave on the V-Strom. We got Tony on the 1990 Honda 250X or something. This is my first time on a ferry. I've never been on a ferry before. It was pretty uneventful. $10 for each motorcycle. I think $20 for each car. So they asked me to send some of this footage in, but I think the amount of money that they got, they could probably pay somebody to fly a drone if they want to. It's hard to catch the drone, especially on a moving vehicle. 3 tries. 3 tries to charm. Mac got it. We're in Iowa here now. Get a little video of the crew going by.
I'm just videoing.
Matt and I both have the
Yeah, I do see some shade out there.
pack talk, so we were able to communicate the whole time. But, nobody else had them. We had Lance hooked up with a Bluetooth, so we could communicate with him here and there. But after this weekend, Mike and Lance both went and bought pack talk molds. Try the camera on my helmet a little bit. I guess I didn't really think I could probably turn it around a little bit. It might be a good camera view for picking up the riders behind me. Now, what do you like more? I feel like when it was on my chin, it picked up the windscreen too much and all the bugs by the end of the weekend. It was kind of hard to see a lot of the stuff through the windscreen. I'm noticing right away that the wind noise is a lot more on the helmet, like on the top of the helmet, than it was on the chin bar.
I mean, they got a nice area out there.
The Rusty Taco.
The Mines of Spain, state recreation area. Oh, it's that thing there.
We were on the same route as those guys, and we just kept running into
guys
them
wanna go
over and
look?
over. Check this out. When I pulled up, I saw the lady. She's off the motorcycle. She was actually got off, and she was pushing it backwards.
Got 5 more.
Alright, now we're getting off into some rural Iowa stuff. This is a little better. It was dusty. I'm kind of trying to keep up and get a little bit of video. I feel like it's better video if you can see the motorcycle in front of me. But here's the windscreen issue. There were gnats everywhere all weekend long. And just them banging off my face shield and my windshield, it was just covered in blood, everything. I cleaned my face shield off probably 25 times over the weekend. There's Lance in front of me. He's a little older, but he rips. So it was great riding behind him. He's on the KTM 690. He says it's the BDR Slayer. I'll have to find out. We're going out to Colorado. We're going to ride a bunch of the BDR, but we're going to do it our own way. We're not going to follow their route. We're going to turn it more into a loop. Here I'm picking up somebody getting to ride in front of me so I can get some better video. So earlier I was following Mike around, and Mike is apparently notorious for roosting people, and I was right behind him, and the Honda Africa Twin has very, very expensive headlights, so I bought some crappy little guards to go over and protect them. And who would have thought that buying them would have paid off so quickly, because he threw up some roost and it actually broke right through one of the headlight guards. These are Class B roads here, a little bit of loose gravel. Not really anything that intense, at least yet. It would have been so much better had we had a little bit of rain versus being in like a 3-week drought. Kind of fun though, because when you push it, you know, it just feels like you're taking a little bit more of a chance every time when the road's not as good of a quality. Poor Matt, you see him standing up here. He did not have a great weekend. He kind of got a little sweaty from his camelback and might have ran down his back a little bit. And well, I think we all know what monkey butt is. If you don't, maybe look it up or something. We're not going to get into too many details here. Here's some real Class B stuff here. So I got Matt right in front of me. We were kind of trying to ride and stay together so that we'd kind of group up a little bit. And one person, it would be one, then one, then one, and everybody's waiting for the next guy's dust. So
Yeah.
this is where it got real rough. This is probably one of the roughest roads we were on.
Yeah, we need to clean them probably.
Alright, I gotta go. Matt was going a little too slow on this stuff. Let's go ahead and send it a little bit. I would have preferred if this was the entire trip. We just rode on roads like this. Probably would have been better on the 690. I don't have a 690. I got a 1000cc Africa Twin, but it still rips good. I can't believe how great this thing rides on on rough roads and stuff.
Yeah, I just turned it on.
So as far as I can tell, this had to be leaving like Green Island, Iowa. I'm like looking back in the map. We cut through this little town and then took a hard right and went up this really steep blacktop hill that was falling apart, and then got into this really cool stretch of gravel.
Yeah.
I love how it's shaded and you got canopy and stuff.
Out of town and
You know, a lot of places out west, there's just no shade. You know, you go out to the mountains and the desert. I do like that part of the Midwest where you got lots of trees that have leaves on them and they create shade in the summertime when it's hot out.
yeah.
It's a great feature.
Right.
Here we go, back into Illinois. So we are most of the way through the ride. We do have I don't know, probably like 30 miles or so left. It's like we must be in like Savannah here. We're pretty much running hard on like 84 north for a while there, but then we cut off and here we are into some gravel again. Well, here was another recording incident. I was just racing to follow Lance and Mike on their 690s and eating a ton of dust. And then I started recording when I thought I was stopping recording. So all the good stuff of the whole chase I missed out on. Here's Matt keeping his ass nice and dry. I will say the standing up did feel real nice, getting some breeze through your pants and stuff, because sitting on the bike for 7 hours, it does get pretty hot and sweaty down there, no matter what. Have you guys ever had it where just sweat was running down your back and made your ass raw? Comment below like what you've done to prevent that. Milky butt powder. I like the Gold Bond Medicaid in the green container. The dust was so bad, at many times throughout the ride, I could barely see my screen or anything. My speedometer. The Garmin Zumo XT was just absolutely priceless to have for this, though. Made navigating so easy. Here we're kind of tired, you can tell. We're worn down from 200 miles of riding, and we're kind of just taking it easy here, riding a little slower. So I didn't video anything, we were back at camp. So this, I believe, is probably the next day already. So we ride out and we go and do a little loop. We go down to Mount Carroll. We followed the long Illinois loop. There was like a 230-mile Illinois loop. I think we just went part of the way on it. We went down to Mount Carroll. We had breakfast. We got there about a half hour too early for lunch. Just the Mount Carroll Diner has some great double cheeseburgers for like $10. We went down. We hit that, and then rode it back to the campground. We kind of followed the route for a little while, and then we cut it off and just highway straight back to camp. We had to pick everything up and hit the road.
Car.
That's where it would be great if everybody had the same communicator on. It would just increase the safety of riding so much. If just the one lead rider was exposed to cars and possibly, you know, state of the right issues. Or ride right, I think they say.
I didn't know if the right had to stop or anything.
A lot of times out here I really felt like I was ripping, but it doesn't look like it, does it?
The problem with riding right is all your
Right, here we go. We're getting back into some gravel. There's some rough stuff here too. Oh, this looks great in here. That traction control must have been set a little too high because I was trying to kind of roost to that berm a little bit. And you could hear it just start clicking. It's almost like you hit the rev limiter. She just don't go when that back tire's spinning. Here I got it adjusted down. I like to run it on just one bar of traction control. His 0 bars is okay also, but you gotta stop to set that all up, and it's kind of just a pain in the butt.
bridge.
This is cool here. Well, we found a motocross track. Here's the traction control again. Bro, it just isn't going.
Definitely. A little more. That's fine. Let's walk out of here.
Turns out there was a no trespassing sign. I didn't see it when I pulled in, but we're just gonna get out of here real quick. Can't believe nobody followed me. Would you guys jump into Africa Twin? I mean, it's heavy. I've done a little jumping on it already, so I was kind of familiar. It bottoms out real easy, though. So I noticed when we were riding out here, you see how here the road's all a little bit darker? And watch, it changes. Oh, cut out. So it seems like past every residence out there, they put down like dust control on the gravel roads. Some nice looking gravel here. Just the dark color to it. Is that weird? That gravel looks nice. See, not as nice. Dusty, lighter in color. It's fun to ride behind people, kind of push each other, but when you're just eating dust the whole time, it kind of ruins it. I could not believe Tony here kept up with us all weekend on the 1990 Honda 250X. I think it was historic, but he was ripping on it. It would go like 80 miles an hour. Here we're pushing behind Lance again. I feel like the helmet cam up on top of the helmet would be good. It was definitely slick and really easy to spin the tires on this gravel. cruising through some park here. It was kind of cool downhill.
I blew a turn. Everybody blew a turn. Clear.
I ended up leading because Mike was leading and he blew like every turn we came up to, so easy to make that mistake though when you're kind of just in the zone and really enjoying the ride. You could definitely find the best gravel in the driftless area in Illinois. A lot more hills and stuff. The Class B roads in Iowa were a lot of fun. I did like the extra challenge of some of the ruts and stuff and the bigger rocks, but also just the hills and the view in Illinois I think was better. This is a great looking section here. And I'm trying to identify who this is. I think that's Mike in front of me. I feel like that's a little bit of high-vis green, and that's what he was wearing. He's ripping on the KTM 690 also. Yeah, we got Lance and Mike out front, and then I'm right here with Matt, and we're kind of trying to keep up through the blacktop here. Mike and Lance have some history racing on track bikes on asphalt, so they definitely know the speed that you can handle through the corners. This was a fun video to put together. I haven't done any real motorcycle videos like this before. I just kind of started getting into the adventure riding. So if you enjoyed it, you could go ahead and maybe make a comment or something, and I'll try to video more stuff like this and maybe go on more trips. You could subscribe to the channel, and then I'll know people are watching, and I'll be inspired to maybe make some more videos. Anyhow, thanks for watching. We will catch you on the next one.